Hello, Class 9. Welcome to Handwritten Notes series. Today, Diversity in Living Organisms, Part 1. Let's go. As the topic states, let's start with diversity. What is diversity? Diversity refers to the variety of living organisms on Earth. Diversity includes differences in their appearance, behavior, habitats, and genetic makeup. Biodiversity or biological diversity refers to the variety of life on Earth. Diversity also has its type. The types are genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. The genetic diversity is variation of genes within the species or population. Species diversity is diversity in species in an ecosystem or a region. And ecosystem diversity includes a range of different ecosystems. And then comes megadiversity, which is rich in diversity of life. Megadiversity is the region between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Now, let's have a look at evolution. It is accumulation of changes in body design for better survival. It was first described by Charles Darwin in 1859. He described evolution in the book The Origin of Species. According to the book, the first group included lower or primitive species, while the second group included higher or advanced species. Now, the evolution plus characteristics is equal to classification. Classification is arrangement of organisms into different groups on the basis of similarities in their traits. The question here is why classification is needed. It is needed to understand diversity and its relationships. It is important to identify and name species easily. It is needed to study and conserve organisms effectively. It is required to communicate accurately among scientists and researchers. It is needed to predict characteristics and behaviors. It is also needed to organize knowledge systematically. Now let's dig into the history of classification. The early beginning. Aristotle, the father of biology, started classification. His logic of classifying organisms was very simple. He divided all the living organisms into two groups, animals and plants. He didn't stop there. He further classified animals according to their habitat into aerial, aquatic, and terrestrial animals. After Aristotle, classification got scientific. During mid-classification, Carl Linnaeus, the father of taxonomy, gave binomial nomenclature. That means every organism gets two names, that is, genus and species. Carl Linnaeus wrote the famous book Systema Naturae. This book laid the foundation of classification. So, from habitat, we just moved to scientific naming. Then comes the biggest leap, the evolutionary leap. Charles Darwin gave the evolutionary theory. And because of this theory of evolution, the scientists started a new type of classification, the phylogenetic classification. That means grouping organisms based on their evolutionary relationships, who came from whom. So now we didn't just name them, we also studied their family tree. And finally, the modern era, 20th century onwards. Modern classification combines morphology, genetics, and molecular biology. This classification is mainly focused on evolutionary relationships and gene sequencing. That means we now use structure, DNA, cell type, embryology, evolution, everything together. This is the most accurate system we use today. Before classifying, we need to know possible basic characteristics of classification. First is cell type, whether the cell is prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Then cell number, the cell is unicellular or multicellular. Then food production, autotrophic or heterotrophic. In autotrophs, the level of organization is checked, while in heterotrophs, the level of organization and development is marked for classification. For classification to be done, we need to know the system of classification. Linear system of classification. It groups organisms according to their physical characteristics. Then comes the modern system of classification, which groups organisms according to their evolutionary relationships. Note, most widely used system of classification is APG, Angiosperm Phylogeny Group. Next is the importance of classification. Classification simplifies study. It helps in understanding relationships. It makes identification of organisms accurate. It groups similar organisms together. Broader application of classification includes conservation, research, etc. Classification has ecological importance. It helps in evolutionary understanding. Let's know about the hierarchy of classification. The biologists involved in hierarchy of classification are Ernst Haeckel, Robert Whittaker, Carl Woese. The units of classification are kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, species. Whittaker gave the five kingdom system of classification. It includes the following kingdoms. The kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. So that's it for part 1. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, do like, comment, share and subscribe the channel. Also stay tuned for part 2. Study well. Thank you. Bye bye.